So the problem was this wheel, which is that wheel down there, the white wheel, that engages the big wheel. But as it's going through the cycle, it got to a certain point in the cycle. You see 2 teeth missing? You can get away with 1 tooth missing, but not 2. And it would get hung up there often and get stuck when it was tapping a record. And what I mean by tapping a record is it taps the record for size. So here's your 45 adapter. It says here, point arrow towards rear of tone arm. This is your tone arm right here. So this arrow points towards the tone arm. Goes on there. Put your stack of 45 records on here. Leave this locked over. It drops into place. You don't need that for 45s, only with records with small holes. Set your speed to either 45, 33, whatever. Most 7-inch records are 45. Make sure your tone arm's not locked down. Make sure your needle's pointing inward. That says LP. If you want to play 78, you flip it out. So turn it to reject. This is going to come over and tap the record. That tells it where to drop. Also, when it gets to the end of the record, it reaches what's called a lead-out groove. The lead-out groove is this area of the record here, which it only looks like there's 1 or 2 grooves. Of course, there's only 1 groove on a record, but they're spaced out much farther that way. And when the tone arm moves in rapidly, it engages a mechanism that tells it to move on to the next record. So I'll do this manually. I'll show you how it goes in. And it sends that. Taps for the record. If you're putting on a 12-inch record, you would typically change this to 33, and you have to do it without the power on. You can't change the speed while it's running. If you're doing a 10-inch record, a lot of those are at 78 speed. So you just got to pay attention. Don't want to listen to that record anymore, you could do it manually or just do reject. And when there's no more records, the tapper will move in beyond the 7-inch point, telling it there's no more records, and it'll go over and turn itself off. That's it in a nutshell.